In this new world of work, we believe the kryptonite to that seven-sided pincer movement are these five key categories. It's all about ideas, rapid ideas, fast prototyping, speed. It's about tapping into the talent that resides throughout your entire organization at every level. It's about becoming distinct as an individual, as teams, as departments, as organizations. What are you doing to stand out in today's sea of sameness? What's the overt benefit you bring to your clients or to the employer that you work for? What's the dramatic difference you bring versus somebody else? And what's the reason to believe? And finally, how do we draw out leadership capacity at everybody at every level of our organization? Leadership is not about your title. It's not about who reports to you or how many people report to you. As we talked about in that video that we shared earlier, it's the congruency between what you say and what you do. It's how you live your life and how you go about your work. This new world of work will require all of us to embellish and strengthen our brands so that we can achieve what matters to us most personally and professionally. So here's a quick list of what we believe are some of the essentials in this new world of work survival kit. First is get really good at something. Focus on one thing. Don't try to be everything to everybody. Manage to your legacy. Everything needs to be memorable and braggable. What do you want to be remembered for? What's the wow factor? How are you going to really impact somebody so that you're memorable? What's your unique selling proposition? Ideally, you want to get a selling proposition in 10 words or less as an individual, team, department, or organization that is memorable to those that you're communicating it to. You need to have a networking obsession, vertically and horizontally throughout your organization, externally and internally. Have an entrepreneurial instinct. You need to have a constant eye for opportunity, both within your organization and external to your organization. We all need to view ourselves as CEO or leader of your own little business. You are CEO of Me Inc. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need to be a master of improv, willingness to own it all. Don't be pointing the finger. Don't be saying it's not my job. We need to be able to take on every role that's essential in order to move our team, our department, or organization to where we need to be in the future. Having a sense of humor. Be willing to screw up and shrug it off, but learn from it and move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on the past. It's dry cement. Learn from it and move forward. Be comfortable in your own skin. Be you. Don't try to be somebody you're not. We're all uniquely different. And we can, as organizations, as leaders, managers, and supervisors, we will benefit by those differences. We need to embrace those. We need to have an intense and unrelenting appetite for technology. Things become obsolete so quickly now that we need to make sure that we're always looking to learn and understand what's available to us to help us move into the future. We need to embrace marketing. We are the chief storytelling officer of your career, of you, of your department, and of others within your organization. You need to be obsessed with renewal. Every single one of us needs to learn something new every single day, develop a new skill, a new competency every single day. If we're not doing that, we're falling behind. We need to outwork and over-deliver. Show up early, leave late, sweat the details. We need to be fastidious always. And finally, excellence always. What else? As my mentor, one of my mentors, Tom Peters, who wrote the book In Search of Excellence years ago, used to preach to all of us, mediocrity is unacceptable. Whether you're planning your team's holiday party or if you're working on some new critical strategy or a critical project within your organization, excellence always. Mediocrity is unacceptable. In today's business environment, quality and service is the price of entry. If you're not providing great quality and great service, you're behind the eight ball. While everything may be better, it's also increasingly the same. The next time you're driving down the highway, take a look at the cars that are on the road. You can mistake a Bentley, a $280,000 Bentley, for a $30,000 Chrysler. All these cars are different, but yet they look pretty much the same. We would say that the surplus society has a surplus of similar companies employing similar people with similar educational backgrounds, coming up with similar ideas, producing similar things with similar prices and similar quality. Sounds a little bit hokey, but it's absolutely spot on. We're in a commoditized economy. We call it the sea of sameness. And to stand out, you really need to be distinct or you will be extinct. What's the difference? Think about this for a moment, but what's the difference in your mind between service, good service, and a great experience? We would say that experiences are as distinct from services as services are from goods. Experiences are the true differentiator. Experiences are what create loyalty and that keep people coming back to you as a business or a department or a team or even as an individual. It's the experiences you create for those around you, whoever you serve. Here's the way Progressive looks at it. We don't sell insurance anymore, we sell speed. Starbucks has an interesting way of putting things. They say it this way, that they have identified a third place, and they really believe it sets them apart. It's the place that's not work, it's not home, it's the place customers come for refuge. And people are willing to pay a premium for that experience. They have very loyal customers. People are willing to pay a premium for their coffee, might be twice or three times more than what you would spend at a Wawa, a 7-Eleven, a Sheetz, or a local gas station. But people are okay with it. They're loyal customers because it's the experience. And if any Harley Davidson riders are out there, this is the way Harley looks at it. They sell two-wheeled vehicles, but they don't look at it that way. They say, we sell the ability for a 43-year-old accountant to dress in black leather, ride through small towns, and have people be afraid of them. It's not the bike, it's the experience. And finally, this is where we all want to strive to get to. We don't want to merely be the best of the best. We want to be considered the only ones that do what we do, as an individual, department, team, or entire organization. That quote is attributed to one of the world's foremost management gurus, Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead.